Up next, for the Brooklyn Nets, it's been a trying start to the season. Wins hard to come by. Tonight, they'll try to get back on course. Coming right up. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Las Vegas. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know.
And you know, for Las Vegas, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
Here are the starters for Las Vegas. They've got Chris Middleton. Thompson is out there with Barnes. Then it's Johnson, and it's Barrett at the shooting guard. And for the Nets, Russell is out there with Cam Thomas. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Williams. And it's Sharp in at the 5. Now Johnson. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And here's Las Vegas. Here's Thompson.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. Pass to Thomas. They set the pick. For Barrett. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Thomas, no luck.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Johnson, the pass to Barrett. Johnson against Russell. Rebounded by the Nets. And this matchup with Las Vegas, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year. Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordi Fernandez for a minute, so we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling you guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. And we'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Look at the stats for Magic Johnson.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Russell finds Williams. And Thompson sends it back. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And here's Russell. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. And it's Russell missing.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Johnson dishes to Middleton. Back to Johnson. High arcing shot. Yes, that goes in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Sharp sets the pick for Russell. Again, Russell missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
15. Las Vegas shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Shooting 2. First one falls for him. Second free throw, no good. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies just a little bit.
A floater, and he sinks the layup. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast breaking style, and they are all in.
From deep, Johnson trains the three-pointer.
Anytime the ball is headed towards Cam Johnson, he's thinking shot. It's a pretty good idea.
Out to Barrett. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 5 assists in the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Thomas. He has yet to score. Just 4 to shoot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Johnson, the pass to Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And it. Seven points for Barnes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And here's Russell after R.J. Barrett hitting the 3. To the inside, Johnson. Thompson with the rebound. Las Vegas leading by 21. Out to Barrett. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3. For 4 thus far in the contest.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
It's Sharp, top of the key. Williams from outside drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 8. Back to Johnson. Pass to Middleton. Over Sharp. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Now Thomas for 3. And the Nets another 3.
He's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Now, here's Sharp. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Sharp with a screen on Barrett. Thomas, it's a wide open look. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head. To the line.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
The Anthony Melton. He's checked in for the Nets. And then for Las Vegas, Chris Boucher's checked in for Chris Middleton. Grant comes in for Harrison Barnes. Robinson is subbed in for Thompson. Now, here's Barrett. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Back to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Grant kicks to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Las Vegas again missing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Back to Melton. Over Robinson. Melton, no good. Las Vegas leading by 16. Here's Johnson outside for Robinson. The offensive rebound. Johnson dishes to Grant. Tries again. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Thomas against Barrett. Russell with a wide open look from outside off the mark.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Barrett with the ball. He's got 8. Grant the pass to Johnson. Back to Grant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Hey Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all.
And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
The shot's good.
And not really played as a playmaker. Cam Johnson with the smart play, just giving it up.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. And that one falls for Johnson. And his teams establish chemistry in the early part of the season. Brent, what are some of the keys?
Well, on the court, really it is about the coaches defining roles. And anytime you get players who buy into those roles in the early part of a year, it's a support system for what the star guys have to do. It builds a ton of confidence and the connectivity that coaching staffs know will lead them ultimately to a team that can compete in the playoffs.
So it's Las Vegas now. After the basket by Brooklyn, good on the shot.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
On the wing, Johnson. Johnson outside. Johnson the screen. Williams for three. Nailed from three-point land. Williams has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Nets. Johnson goes in. Rebound, Brooklyn. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Friend against Johnson. Puts it up. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Johnson kicks to Barrett. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Barrett's got 11.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Here's Melton. Bangs home the trifecta.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Elbow shot is on the way. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. Down by 15. Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Melton with the ball. Claxton sets the screen for Melton. Off target with his three. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Grant. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score.
Reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Magic Johnson, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Las Vegas. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen from Las Vegas so far, guys, what are you seeing?
On the attack, right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
We've got Williams, DeAnthony Melton out there with Johnson. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Melton. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Melton, the bounce pass. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Now Johnson. His last outing, he had 24 points. Shoots over Melton. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
That's just more for Magic, and for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
Now here's Williams. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Williams with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Johnson. Outside Williams. Here's Clowney. Off target from outside.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Las Vegas leading by 18. Johnson kicks to Drummond. Johnson against Clarkson. Johnson can't get it to go. Las Vegas has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Williams passes to Melton. On the wing, Johnson. Claxton finds Johnson. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Las Vegas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Melton against Johnson. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Nets passing it around. On the wing, Melton. Covered by Johnson. Melton, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Barnes kicks to Johnson. Pass to Drummond. Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Melton. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Now Drummond. Back to Johnson. Thompson inside. Working on Williams.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Outside Williams. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Clarkson. Johnson's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Outside Williams. Here's Melton. On the wing, Johnson. Over Barnes. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
So for the Nets, Sharps checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Cameron Thomas in for Williams. And Las Vegas making a change here as well. Chris Middleton's checked in for Drummond. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Nets trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Melton. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Now here's Barnes. 7 points in the game. It's good. 12 points from Amen Thompson.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Melton against Johnson. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Over Thompson. Thomas, no good. Las Vegas leading by 22. It's Thompson off the drive for 3. Middleton. Thompson passes to Clarkson. Middleton outside. Johnson against Melton. Here's Barnes. The rebound by Shaw.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So for Las Vegas, Ellis comes in for Clarkson, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Johnson. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ellis against Johnson. Pass to Melton. Trying to end the drought. The shot misses. For Las Vegas, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And that one's good. Barnes.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. Hard to leave any player that wide open from that distance.
Las Vegas leading by 22. Here's McConnell. It's Ellis on the wing. Pass to Barnes. Count it. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. Outside, Martin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Las Vegas?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Russell comes in for Johnson. And Las Vegas making a change here as well. Olynyk checked in the corner. Middleton with it. Kept alive. And Thompson kicks to Middleton. The rebound by the Nets. Sharp's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Another shot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Middleton, a good scorer, and good scorers can use the pump fake to their advantage.
For Las Vegas, they've shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And the first one drops.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Milton.
So many teams out there are trying to find their next Chris Middleton. This is a guy that works hard, always ready to drop a shot, will play defense. So it's a switchblade at that wing position.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Brooklyn. Middleton looking it over. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night.
That smooth shot selection from Middleton, that is definitely a spot he can get the job done from.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. McConnell finds Thompson. To the paint. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Now, here's Johnson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Boston. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in a rhythm tonight.
Shots good by Middleton.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Johnson outside. It's Williams, high post. Working on Thompson. Sharp with a screen on McConnell. Sharp against Middleton. The second chance effort. And Sharp lays it up and in. Sharp's got 6 in the quarter.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
He had a nice open look right there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Johnson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Second quarter.
Ellis finds McConnell. And here's Thompson. Takes it down to Middleton. Over Sharp. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Middleton's got 9 points.
You see how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Back to Russell. Inside. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
McConnell passes to Middleton. Free throw line jump shot. Rebound by Williams.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Nets passing it around. Sharp sets the pick for Johnson. Williams with a clean look. They get it back. There's 37 seconds left here in the second. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Johnson can't hit. Las Vegas has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
McConnell against Russell. Sharp with a screen on McConnell.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Las Vegas ahead, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to the second quarter.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
And taking a look at Las Vegas, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Magic Johnson in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court right now for Las Vegas, they've got Harrison Barnes. Barrett is out there with Johnson. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Middleton in at center. Johnson, the pass to Russell. Thomas against Barrett. Sharp with a screen on Barrett. Down low. Poked away. Stolen by Middleton. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Pass to Sharp. Now, here's Johnson. Here's Williams. Now, here's Sharp. Defended by Middleton. Thomas's shot is off. Las Vegas has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Yep, that one goes.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Thomas, good.
And you love the selfless attitude right there from Johnson. Nice feed to the open man.
And here's Barrett. 11 points in the game. Pass to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Here's Thompson. Johnson with the bounce pass. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Johnson's got 18 points.
I like that pass from Barrett, willing to do what's best for the team.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Outside Williams. Pass to Johnson. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
Here's Sharp. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Johnson. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Thompson. Barrett against Thomas. From deep. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Thompson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Got that bucket in no time at all. 16 points for R.J. Barrett.
And you think about all the ways that R.J. Barrett is getting that scoring done. Versatile.
Thomas a screen. There's Russell with the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Out to Barrett. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Barrett's got 19 points.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Johnson can't get it to go.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Sharp sets the pick for Thomas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Las Vegas.
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Here's what Las Vegas has got going right now. Chris Boucher's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Jeremy Grant in for Harrison Barnes. For Brooklyn, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Johnson against Thompson. There's Russell with the 3. They get it again. Back to Johnson. Johnson against Russell. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Thompson. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second. Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Johnson finds Sharp. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Up top, Russell. He has 6. There's Thomas with the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Boucher passes to Johnson. Barrett with a screen on Thomas. Here's Johnson. Over Russell. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Johnson's got 22.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
Here's Russell, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the line for him here.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn.
And he makes the first.
Whether it's points, steals, or passes, Russell is out here working hard to give you what you need.
Brooklyn making some changes. Martin comes in for Williams. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Thomas. Robinson's checked in for Las Vegas. Boucher with a screen on Martin. Pass to Boucher. And stolen by Russell. By himself. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And that quickness of Russell can be devastating in transition. So hard to stop from scoring in the open floor.
A terrific move by Johnson to score. He's got 24. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Outside Martin. Back to Russell. Martin against Robinson. Pass to Russell. Shoots. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Russell's got 11 points.
Well, not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Robinson for 3. The shot. Off that time. Bonnet shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Lets it go with a 3. D'Angelo Russell again. 14 points for him.
Yeah, I love the play there from D'Lo. Uses the play, gets some space, and then knocks it down.
It's Barrett on the wing. Back to Johnson to the left side wing. Boucher. The rebound by Johnson. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Martin kicks to Russell. Fires the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Las Vegas has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. No good from Grant.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Johnson, a wide open look. They get it back. And then Sharp with the dunk. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Sharp finds Melton. Johnson against Grant. 5 on the clock. Melton passes to Johnson. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Barrett. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Barrett's got 10 points here in the second half.
Barrett's instincts on the move and on the fast break are something that this offense will benefit from.
Sharp sets the pick for Johnson. Russell from long range. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Back to Barrett. Johnson outside. Outside for Robinson. Pass to Johnson. Now Boucher. It's tipped. From the arc. Kicks it out to Grant. No good on the 3. And for the Nets, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Johnson. Well, Las Vegas shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. And Robinson throws it down.
And how about Duncan rising up there and showing he's got the ability to throw it down.
23 seconds left to play in the third. Now, here is Russell. He's got 14. Here's the floater. Excellent D there by Johnson. Pass to Boucher. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Las Vegas ahead. Delivering the blowout. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Melton. We've got DeAnthony Melton. Also Johnson out there. Martin is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's in there. Well, Las Vegas shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Melton with the steal. He's got a clear path. Drops in the breakaway layup. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, man, it's hard.
The first free throw is good.
Well, such a multi-tooled player. R.J. Barrett can get you points, can make plays for others, and he's a terrific rebounder for his size.
Here's what Las Vegas has got going right now. Barnes comes in for Grant, and Middleton subbed in for Robinson. Pass to Clowney. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Clowney's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. McConnell passes to Barnes. It's out of bounds to Las Vegas. They'll retain possession. McConnell with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's Boucher.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
On the wing, Melton. To the middle, here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Claxton's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Middleton outside. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important? Team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
Nice. A mid-range jumper by Middleton. I didn't know guys were allowed to take that shot anymore.
Martin the pass to Melton. Tries the spin move. Pass to Clowney. Traps in the tray.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
McConnell passes to Middleton. Over Claxton. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Middleton's still focused on the rim. Even with the hand up, drills that one.
Barrett against Johnson. Now Melton. Over McConnell. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Las Vegas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Middleton, out to Barrett. Claxton with the steal. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. That one doesn't go. Good D by Barnes. Barrett the pass to Boucher. Middleton against Claxton. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And Las Vegas making a change here as well. Andre Drummond's checked in for Chris Boucher. McConnell against Melton. Pass to Thomas. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
McConnell scanning the floor. Drummond sets the screen for McConnell. It's hauled in by Thomas. One-on-one here. Over Barrett. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Las Vegas. On Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Las Vegas. Johnson comes in for T.J. McConnell. Russell against Johnson. Pass to Melton. Thomas kicks to Johnson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Thomas, good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Las Vegas calls timeout. So for Las Vegas, Robinson's checked in for Chris Middleton. Jordan Clarkson comes in for R.J. Barrett. And it's Johnson in for Ellis. Clarkson on the wing, beyond the arc. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Clarkson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. Lets a floater go. And the basket is good. 16 points for D'Angelo Russell.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Clarkson with the screen for Johnson. Clarkson outside, over Thomas. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, Jordan Clarkson tries to be aggressive for most of the game, and when he's looking to score from the mid-range, if he knocks a couple down, he can be dangerous.
Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Johnson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Robinson passes to Johnson. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with the team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
Back to Drummond. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, Drummond's going to go right back up into that physical play, and he's still going to finish strong.
Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Pass to Sharp. Here's Russell. The shot from the low post is good. Russell's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And here is Williams, started by Robinson. Good.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Johnson outside. Down low, Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Russell kicks to Thomas. Back to Russell. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Russell's got 20 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Drummond. Outside Robinson, taken away by Williams. Goes up, and Williams slams it in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Olynyk, a screen on Russell. Johnson kicks to Olynyk. And the 3 off target. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Tries from 10. No good off the back of the rim. Las Vegas has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass. That's 29 points for Johnson.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Russell, a screen on Clarkson. From deep, Thomas. It's rebounded by Las Vegas.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Johnson. Clarkson on the wing. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. They double-team Johnson. And stolen by Sharp. Williams with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Well, Las Vegas shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Las Vegas.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Magic Johnson.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Williams finds Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Clarkson. And here's Las Vegas. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Olynyk dishes to Johnson. Clarkson, the rebound by Johnson. Here's Russell. So we see Las Vegas taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Magic Johnson.
This game was crazy. He had one of the highest triple doubles I've ever seen on this game. But what you can see, he's dominating. But as the pace goes up, the turnovers go up too. But the assists go up. So it's like, I think this is what it would look like if Magic played today. If you put him with this kind of team and you get out there and you run, this is what it would look like. He only took 17 shots. He distributed the ball, 26 assists, but you got 7 turnovers. That's gonna happen because, you know, you have more possessions. The rate of play is faster, but it's negated because you got 26 assists. So it's like 7 turnovers against 26 assists. It evens out. That's like the equivalent of having 12 assists and 4 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it would look like if he played today, if you ask me, because he was that good. People just sleep on his rebounding ability, and when you're playing small ball, he's gonna dominate these smaller guys around the basket, getting rebounds and kicking out and running and pushing the rock. To say nothing of getting in the lane, doing layups like that. So, yeah, he would be a problem today. He would be a problem, especially with these kind of guys we got surrounding him. We don't even have a true center starting. We got the starting lineup is Magic, Barrett, Thompson, Barnes, and Middleton. That's your starting lineup. It's a small ball lineup. So. Anyway, guys, moving on. Let's see what the next game is coming up. I think it's Larry. I think Larry's up next. I think it's time for Bird. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Yeah. Y'all gonna want to see this one. Yeah, it's gonna be. I've been waiting to see this one. That's up next, y'all. Bird and Curry and Jimmy Butler. Y'all won't miss this one. That's coming up next, guys. See you guys in the next stream. That's coming right up here the next 5 to 10 minutes. See you soon.